Hi, all, welcome to DevStack AI Ops. Who are watching this channel, please subscribe and also don't forget to comment about your queries and feedbacks. Don't forget to click on that bell icon so that you will get all the notifications. So we have already talked about what containers are in the last session, and now we'll talk about how these containers actually work, right? So how does your computer or a computer keeps all those applications separate and organized? So if you see this example, we'll go with this apartment building analogy for containers. So there are two key features which built from the Linux systems. Those two features are called namespaces and control groups, that is C groups. So we have namespaces first. Just think of these as a walls, doors and private utilities of each individual apartment. So when an application moves into an apartment that is a namespace, it will feel that it is an entire building to itself. Nothing but it will get its own private front door number, that is called as process ID, and it gets their exclusive mailbox, that is the network, and also you will get a set of keys that are called as user ID. So for example, the family which lives in apartment 5 cannot see who is in apartment 6, right? Nor they can access their mails as well. So this is completely private and separated and isolated. So this is where the isolation comes into the picture. So that exactly what namespaces do for the application. So one container cannot go and see what is inside in the other container. Every container will have its own process ID, its own network, and it will have its own user IDs as well. So what exactly these C groups are doing? So now even every apartment is private, the entire building will share some resources, right? It might be a water supply, it might be electricity, it might be a gym, right? So this is where control groups comes in. So think of them as an management team of a building. So for example, if you see this example, think of the management team of a building. Nothing but they will set some limits, like what percentage of electricity you are using, okay? So what percentage of water you are using per apartment, okay? So that is nothing but what is the quotas of CPU, what is the memory reservation, okay? So how much you are using, how many resources you can use, okay? So those limits and quotas are defined by the control groups, that nothing but C groups. So namespaces and C groups works together as a perfect team, so that your namespaces isolate your containers and your C groups will manage the shared utilities, so that you can use the resources with respect to your application. So these two features actually coming from the Linux, okay? So these are coming from the Linux technology, but again, like inside of this container, this is being created by the Google team and the open source community, where containers can run many applications on a single computer, right? And also you are running it very safely and efficiently without them ever getting in each other's way, okay? So we are not mixing two containers, okay? So we are not nothing but we are isolating completely, okay? So that is the very much secret behind the containers, so that we are deploying many applications as individual applications, or you can say independent applications. So this is the analogy for the containers, namespaces and C groups. This is how containers works in isolation. Thanks for watching this video and have a great day. Bye.